CBD oil has many medical uses. The one I want to talk about is sold by HempWorks. The CBD oil that is really good at boosting your immune system. One of the things I get asked a lot about the effects that CBD oil has on cancer. Now, keep in mind, and I have to say this as a disclosure, every human being's body responds differently to CBD oil. But now I'm going to show you the benefits of CBD oil for women who are fighting breast cancer. Just keep in mind, I will have a link to this website. You're more than welcome to come and look at the many different things offered by HempWorks. But the one product I'm going to be talking about, if you come here where it says shop, CBD oil tinctures. When it comes up, these are the products that I'm talking about. Now, the full spectrum has the THC in there. Broad spectrum does not. And that's important because I want you to hear what this lady has to say about CBD oil.
When facing breast cancer, it's a very frightening journey. There are three different primary types of breast cancer. You have ER/PR positive, you have HER2 positive, and you have triple negative. Each one of these are treated a little differently. About 60% of all breast cancer cases are ER/PR positive. So there's wonderful treatments. The success rates of allopathic medicine, chemotherapy, and radiation are quite effective. By using cannabis along with that, we have found that people come through on the other side of their traditional treatments much more successfully, much more quickly, without missing some of their treatments because they're so debilitated from them that they have to extend their treatments, etc. I recommend that you start with a 1-to-2 ratio of THC to CBD. So for example, if you're taking 10 milligrams of THC, you would take 20 of CBD. You have to start low and increase slowly, just like anything else. There is no milligram per kilogram calculation that we can give you for cannabis. It just doesn't work. All the evidence we see in the research is it is not best dosed that way. So unfortunately, it does take a little bit more work on your part besides stepping on the scale and doing the math. But by having the ratio to start with, you know that you start and keep increasing. The reason that we say to start with that ratio is because we know that there are something called the ID1 gene, and the ID1 gene is what causes cancer cells to metastasize and spread throughout your body, and the CBD will aggressively intercept the translation or cancel out the translation of this gene that causes the cells to metastasize. The THC is necessary because of the way that it activates the CB1 and CB2 receptors to actually kill the cancer cells. So on an average 40-year-old female, your dose might be somewhere between 75 milligrams of THC, 50 to 100 milligrams of THC, and your CBD might be between 1 and 200 milligrams of CBD. I know this sounds like an awful lot, but when you're treating cancer, that's often what it takes. The older the patient, we found that the lower the dose is, with exceptions. We've had children that are on very, very high doses, so don't be afraid of it, because interestingly enough, when you need these high doses, your body will accept it in a way that it won't if you're just taking it as a healthy person. So don't be afraid of the numbers. Wait till you get your scans back and see what's working. If you're only treating the side effects of the treatment for the breast cancer, when they start working and you're not having the side effects, you know you've reached your therapeutic dose. If the 1-to-2 doesn't work, you can always go to a 1-to-1 ratio. I wouldn't go any further the other way though, with a 1:3 or 1:4. If you're not having success with a 1:2 ratio, the one that I would increase would be the THC, not the CBD. One of the things that's very important, though, is whole plant medicine, whole plant THC and whole plant CBD medicines work better than the distillate or the isolates that are being put out and marketed as products. They're mass produced. So you want to make sure that when you're picking your products that you pick those that are made from whole plant. How do you know this? You ask to see the lab results of the medicine. Ask how it was made, ask what was in it, ask who do it, and do your research. You have to be more actively involved when you're selecting a product than you would if you're going to the pharmacy, because as long as we don't have federal FDA approval, we're not having licensed pharmacists, we have bud tenders that are giving you the medicine. The research that we've done on THC killing HER2 positive breast cancer cells and triple negative breast cancer cells are so exciting. In fact, in the case of HER2 positive, we have found in preclinical, now this is only in petri dishes and in mice and not in humans, but we have found from in a clinical setting that THC works as effectively as lapatinib, which is a targeted first-round drug used to treat many of these patients. Triple negative, we have found exactly the same thing. There is no targeted treatment for triple negative, and it's often the most frightening words that a woman hears as her diagnosis is that you have triple negative. But there is hope with cannabis because we're finding in petri dishes, in mice, and in our patients that are still walking around that using THC and CBD together is very, very effective in helping them to get to a therapeutic dose and have it be tolerable in such a way that they still have quality of life. So give it a try. See, you're going to have to get your dose. I would also start out with a 1:1 in this case, not a 1:2. The ER/PR positive, 1:2 ratio. With HER2 positive and triple negative, I would do a 1:1 ratio from the very beginning. Start low and increase as quickly as you can.
So CBD oil has several, and I mean several medicinal uses. All right. HempWorks sells, again, the full spectrum, which is with the THC, and a broad spectrum, that's without the THC. All right. So just so you understand, and I'm going to click the one with the THC because that's what she's talking about. All right. You can see they have the strength is different. Okay, so we have 500, 750 milligrams, and 1500 milligram strength. Many of us are taking CBD oil as a supplement. It really is a great way to boost your immune system. I'm going to be doing several videos that show you exactly what CBD oil does for different sicknesses. But I specifically wanted to talk about the breast cancer one because this is the one that is brought to my attention the most. So it says, get back to your best with full spectrum CBD oil. Now, if somebody goes, oh, wait, if it has THC, do I feel high? No, there's not enough in there for you to have a high effect. It's only enough in there to do its purpose medicinally. So it promotes healthy mood and brain function, supports a healthy immune system. So, again, when you go onto the website, you go to shop, go to CBDs right here, and then you hit the full spectrum with the THC. Coming down here, it talks a little bit more about this because this is important. This is how I know when people are actually doing their research. They ask about the extraction process. There's a lot of people out there that use solvents to extract the THC or the CBD oil out of the plants. It's very poisonous, okay? HempWorks does not do that. It's premium, pure, and potent. It says our full spectrum CBD oils are as effective as they are clean. Made using CO2 extraction process, each batch is thoroughly tested so you know what's in every drop. So just so you are aware, that is the cleanest and best method. All right. It is the healthiest method, this CO2 extraction. So here's what we're looking at. The full spectrum hemp derived CBD contains less than 0.3% THC. Choose from 3 concentrates. Okay, so obviously it's more potent. 500, 750, and 1500. There are 7 different flavors that help you kind of deal with it because it does have a little bit of a sour taste, but it's very, very tolerable. So we have cinnamon, peppermint, natural, if you just want to be a toughie, strawberry guava, watermelon mint, lemon lime, and orange sunrise. So no artificial sweeteners or flavoring. And this is another great thing. It's free from GMOs, no synthetic fillers, or any other harmful ingredients. To top it off, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee. Now, of course, we have to say this. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. Okay? Now, the reason why we have to say this is because it's not been FDA approved. So this is more of a supplement, and you don't have to go through the process. So what are people asking me? Well, is there a difference between what the lady's talking about in this video and this? No, there's no difference. All CBD oils are considered dietary supplements. And those disclaimers come from everybody who produces CBD oil. Okay? Again, let's go back out here. And there is the 2 kind. The kind the lady is talking about is the one with the THC, and that is right here. I will leave a link to this website. Please feel free to shop around. If you go right here to shop, there are many other products in here that HempWorks sells. I take CBD soft gels as well. And again, they're just like supplements in the morning. But you also have topicals, hair and body, facial, bath bombs, coffee, which I enjoy, gummies, and there's even pet products. All right? So I want to encourage you to come and try these out. I know there's a lot of people out there who have a misunderstanding of CBD oil. They think it gets you high or like you're smoking marijuana, but that's not the case. Okay? It's different. You don't get high. That's not what this is for. This is the medicinal side of the whole plant. This is a side that is meant for medicinal purposes. So go ahead and give it a try. Again, CBD oil tinctures right here. You click it. You have the 2 options. Broad spectrum does not have the THC. The full spectrum has a THC, and that's the kind of lady is talking about. There is a 60-day back money guarantee. I encourage you to give it a try. If you do so, please let me know how this works out for you. Just give us a write back. We'd love to have your testimony. You have a great day.